Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASTMA, has confirmed the grievous lone vehicular accident involving a Toyota Sienna KTU 666JP at Conoil in Ward Secretariat along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. This occurrence, which transpired on Wednesday, resulted in the untimely demise of the driver, while 3 other occupants, 2 males and 1 female, suffered severe injuries. Preliminary injuries indicate that the deceased driver was under the influence of alcohol and lost control of the vehicle while traveling at an excessive speed. During rescue operations, LASTMA officials who swiftly responded as the first responder recovered 48,200 naira, a phone, and 15 sachets of alcoholic gin inside the Sienna car. Additionally, Federal Road Safety Corps (FRSC) officers who were also present at the scene undertook the evacuation of the deceased remains to a morgue in Yaba, while LASTMA operatives promptly towed the accident vehicle to the agency's yard to avert any traffic disruptions. Expressing regret over the tragic incident, LASTMA General Manager, Olalekan Bakare Oki, extended condolences to the bereaved family and wished the injured victims a swift and full recovery. He warned motorists and urged them to eschew alcohol consumption while driving, emphasizing that reckless and impaired driving remains a perilous menace to lives and property. So on this story, Mr. Daniel, on this story, I want to believe that before people go to get cars, people go through driving schools and all of that. I mean, let's imagine this tragic incident. Could it be that this man, in fact, for someone who has gone to a driving school, you should know that drinking and driving is highly prohibited. So yes. What can you say in the story of this man?
Well, first of all, the story is tragic, right? Yeah. Because, so to be honest with you, right, a lot of our drivers, they don't listen. Should be told, they don't listen. So I use the road every now and then. So and then I come across drivers in the morning who have sachets of alcohol.
The early hours of the morning.
Early hours, as early as 7 when I leave the house most times. And then you see these drivers, they have a sachet on their left hand, and then the right hand on the wheels of steel, right? Yes. And then you could literally find some other sachets, right? In the cabinet of the car, which is not fair. You understand? Because we have buses, and then they are driving. Some buses are 14-seater, 16-seater, 18-seater, and all of that. And then you're driving people. These are important lives. And then you have alcohol on your left hand, and then as you're driving, you're sipping. It doesn't make sense. You understand? It doesn't make sense at all. I do not subscribe to that.
So, but we have security personnel. We have the police on the road. It's not supposed to be part of the job of the police to protect the lives of citizens, especially. I mean, when these vehicles go through different checkpoints, all they do most times is just collect money from these drivers and then let them pass. I want to believe that a policeman would be able to smell or perceive alcohol from a driver at such a close range, because of course the policeman stands very close to the driver when getting money and all of that from them. So would it be nice for if in a situation where the policeman perceives or smells this alcohol on these drivers, would it be nice for you to tell them to like park, or would it be nice for you to stop them? What do you think? Do you think it would be best for, like what I'm saying is, in a situation where a policeman gets to find out that a driver is drunk, because oftentimes these drivers will still be drunk, and then somehow they still find a way to drive or move these vehicles. But as a policeman, and you've seen or you've observed or smelled alcohol on this driver, would it be okay for you to ask them to stop, and then passengers come down and pick another vehicle? Or what do you think would be best to do? Or what role can the police play in curtailing these drivers?
So when you talk about a police officer, after interrogating the driver, and then you find out that the driver just had alcohol, you understand? So let's take, for example, the driver is in transit heading from Port Harcourt to Benin, for example. So, and then it's a registered transport company. You get. So at that point, the police officer cannot tell the driver to park, right? And then the passengers should calm down and then get another vehicle, because at that point the passengers will be stranded. Do you understand? Because the driver is a registered staff of the transport company. So there's no way that the police officer should tell the driver to park and then the passengers should get a different vehicle. So what I think should be done, I think it's a duty of everybody, not just the police officers. So if I'm a passenger on board and then I notice that the driver has had a little bit of alcohol, so what I do is you engage the driver, right? So you want, because what alcohol does, right, it makes them dizzy a bit. So in order to keep them in check, you engage the driver. That's why most times when in transit, it's always advisable that the person in front should be a lively person, so you can help engage the driver, so the driver doesn't get dizzy or sleeps on steering, and then it's a different story altogether. So I feel it's a duty of not just the police but everyone to ensure that the driver drives at a minimal speed level. You get, and then also try to engage the driver.
Thank you very much.